The following days blurred together for Noga as she grappled with the overwhelming reality of the diary's power. Each morning, she'd wake up early, heart pounding with anxiety, to check if the previous night's entry had come true. Without fail, it always did, leaving her both awestruck and unnerved by the diary's uncanny accuracy. A classmate's surprise birthday party, pop quiz in math class, even the exact score of the local soccer team's match, predicted with eerie precision. Noga found herself torn between fascination and fear, unable to ignore the diary's hold over her life. One afternoon, as she sat cross-legged on her bed, poring over the diary's entries with a mix of dread and curiosity, her phone buzzed with a text from her best friend Yoav. "Hey Noga, want to hang out at the park?" Noga's fingers hovered over her phone, ready to type a quick yes, when her eyes fell on the diary's open page in front of her. September 20th, 2024, Yoav breaks his arm falling from the monkey bars at Elm Street Park. Her breath caught in her throat. Today was September 20th, and the diary had never been wrong before. Conflicted, Noga stared at her phone. Should she warn Yoav? Would he even believe her? How could she explain without revealing the diary's existence? The weight of the decision pressed down on her, making her feel trapped between saving her friend and keeping her secret. After a moment's hesitation, she typed back, "Actually, can we meet at the library instead? I need help with my history project." Yoav agreed, and Noga breathed a sigh of relief. Crisis averted, for now. Yet as the day wore on, guilt gnawed at her conscience. She had changed the future, hadn't she? Was that allowed? Was it right? And more importantly, what were the consequences of such an action? The questions swirled in her mind, refusing to be ignored. That night, Noga tossed and turned, plagued by vivid nightmares. In her dreams, shadowy figures chased her through endless corridors, all the while whispering, "You can't change fate." The voices grew louder, more insistent, until she woke with a start, drenched in cold sweat. Moonlight filtered through her curtains, casting an otherworldly glow on the diary resting on her nightstand. Noga reached for it with trembling hands, flipping to the next day's entry with a sense of foreboding. Her blood ran cold as she read the words on the page. September 21st, 2024, Noga learns the price of interfering with destiny. The diary slipped from her grasp, landing on the floor with a dull thud. As Noga stared at it, wide-eyed and breathing heavily, she realized that her discovery was far more dangerous than she had ever imagined. The power to know the future was a double-edged sword, and Noga was only beginning to understand the weight of the responsibility that had fallen into her young hands. As the first rays of dawn crept into her room, she made a decision. She needed help, and she knew just who to turn to. She would seek out her older brother, Eli, who had always been her confidant and protector. Little did Noga know, her choice would set in motion a chain of events that would test her courage, challenge her beliefs, and ultimately change her life forever. Eli had a knack for solving problems, and she hoped he could help her navigate this extraordinary predicament. With renewed determination, Noga planned to meet Eli after school, ready to share her secret and seek his wisdom. As the sun rose higher, casting light on a new day, Noga felt a flicker of hope. Together, they might find a way to manage the diary's power and uncover the truth behind its mysterious predictions. To be continued.